Chief Kevin McGee joins me now. We are talking about terror. Now, your title here is Chair for Terrorism and Homeland Security Committee for the IAFC. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Sarah. Nice to be here with you.
Let's talk about how terror has evolved over time. It's really a focus now for a lot of departments.
Well, it's evolved in two fundamental ways. First, if we remember prior to 9/11 or even shortly after 9/11, terrorism and homeland security seemed to be the big city issue. Now the threat is everywhere in our country. And secondly, we have gone from a small range of threats to very broad breadth of risk, from the simple cases where somebody uses a knife or a gun and a lone wolf using a vehicle, to the other end of the spectrum of complex coordinated attack, the threat of fire as a weapon.
What can local departments do to be prepared for situations like those?
Well, now the responsibility of Homeland Security is a core function of all fire and rescue departments. So we have to invest in working with our counterparts in law enforcement, other public safety agencies, emergency management, and we need to devote time and attention to prepare and to be able to respond effectively for the full range of threats that we may encounter.
And events like this coming together at the IAFC, what kind of resources and opportunities does that provide for all these local departments coming together in this conversation?
Well, right here at the Fire Rescue International Conference, we have a number of seminars that we're providing for our members. There's a lot of resources that are available on the IFC webpage for our membership, and we encourage every fire chief and every member of the IFC to be familiar with those resources, such as the Intel Guide for Fire Chiefs, the Terrorism Checklist and Guide that identifies every component of what a fire department should do to prepare for Homeland Security and the threat of terrorism.
Okay, and the Joint Terrorism Task Force, what's important to know about that?
The Joint Terrorism Task Force is a group within the Federal Bureau of Investigation. This is an arena that the fire service should be involved in. At the executive level, fire chiefs should be reaching out to the JTTF to become members so that they can receive routine threat briefings from the Joint Terrorism Task Force. But there's also a component where we should have members of the fire service on the JTTFs. Every JTTF in the country should have a fire service representative who would be involved in the investigations just as any FBI case agent would be involved in casework.
So the Joint Counterterrorism Assessment Team, also a very important topic, and just touch base on that a little bit and tell me why you think it's so important.
The Joint Counterterrorism Assessment Team, or the JCAT, is very important to the fire service. After 9/11, one of the key findings was that the intelligence community was operating in silos. And in a significant way, the fire service was left out of those silos. So we're coming to the table. We're a consumer of intelligence, and we're also a contributor to intelligence. And so it's important for us to have a member of the fire service on the Joint Counterterrorism Assessment Team. It's a component of the National Counterterrorism Center. And there's very important products that come from the Joint Counterterrorism Assessment Team to the fire service. But we have to be at the table. And we'd encourage departments to consider having a member of their department apply for a position on the
Get that
on the
membership
team.
up.
That's right.
So hopefully this week, all those topics involved in many conversations, important conversations that you'll have with other departments and coming together here at the event. So I wish you good luck with accomplishing all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.